The Jagdterrier was developed in Germany and bred exclusively for hunting. The German Jagdterrier is a relatively small dog and the ideal companion in the home or while traveling. They range from 15 to 20 pounds and 16 inches at the shoulder. Our terriers are imported directly from Germany. They are black with tan markings and have dense wire-haired coats. This coat provides protection when hunting rough terrain or swimming in ice water. His appearance is often related to the German Drahthar. We love our terriers, and they are great hunting partners during those long idle hours in the duck and deer blinds. They are versatile hunting dogs and can be used on upland game, waterfowl, and blood tracking. Our friends shake their heads in amazement as they watch our terriers work pheasants, retrieve waterfowl, and recover lost big game. They're also adept at finding your car keys or wallets when you lose them, and they are easy to console you when you are not having a good day. Believe it or not, our terriers are now frequently seen in duck hunting blinds with Ducks Unlimited members. The Jagdterrier is loyal and generally mistrusts strangers. He is the first to warn you if something is not right, and should the need arise, will be the first to protect his family, risking his life if necessary. Though he is mainly a hunting dog, many find him to be a real pal in the home, office, or a protective babysitter. His size permits him to reside in the city, travel in economy cars, and he is suitable for apartment living. He is very active and therefore needs frequent exercise, which can also be beneficial to the owner as well. Many bow hunters are attracted to our terriers, and we see them in bow hunting vehicles across the country. Do you want a first-class hunting partner? Try one of our terriers. The following video is for your enjoyment as you watch Felix, the versatile hunting terrier, perform obedience, rabbit work, pheasant retrieves, water work, and a demonstration of an overnight blood track and recovery of big game is coming very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a new sheriff in town. His name is Felix von Pullman, and he will show you what a terrier can do, and he can do everything and more than any big dog, and he's going to be pleased to show you his skills as a hunting dog. First of all, this is the category of obedience, and you see that Felix is patient until we unload him from the Polaris Ranger. We will start his obedience on leash. Obedience is the foundation of all dog training. Without proper obedience, a dog can never advance to the advanced hunting categories. As we see Felix, he's a little excited about being out, but he's ready to work. He heels by my left leg and my left foot. The German command is bei Fuß. So Felix bei Fuß is by my foot. He's going to sit automatically on command. And now we are going to tell Felix to Platz, or to lie down. These are the foundational commands that will give you the control and the ability to advance your dog's training. When we tell Felix to stay, he is told to stay in one place and not move, irregardless of what may happen. So we place Felix down and we walk off and leave him. In fact, we could walk off a half a mile, and when we returned, Felix would still be in the same spot, lying down, without moving and without following, because he trusts me. He trusts that I'm going to return and I'm going to pick him up. So now we have returned. Felix is waiting. You can see his tail wagging. He's just glad to see me, and he knows that he has done a good job. So now we're going to tell Felix to sit, which he does quickly. And now we are going to continue the obedience work off leash. This is heel again, but Felix is free. This is how you transport him from one area to the other. You may be carrying a firearm, or you may be carrying other items, and the dog needs to be obedient, and he needs to be heeling at the proper distance. So now we stop. When we stop, Felix automatically sits. Now we are going to tell him to lie down. It is time to walk off and leave Felix again, but this time we're going to pick up a shotgun. And then we are going to return to the training area, and we are going to shoot, demonstrating that we've shot a bird. We're in a hunting situation. We've told Felix to lie down. Now we are going to shoot. He cannot come. He cannot run. He must stay in place. Felix is a fine fellow. Now that you see that the shotgun has been fired, and now you see Felix has never moved. He's obedient, and he's waiting for the next command. So now we have picked Felix up, and we take him back to the ATV. We ask Felix to get in his kennel, and as you can see, he readily springs into his own little doghouse. Now we are going to transport him to another area, and we are going to simulate a rabbit hunt. The dogs are secure. It's time to move by vehicle to the next training category. Category is rabbit hunting. I know that a lot of hunters out there like to do that from time to time, but they don't want to use their regular bird dog to do that. So here we are demonstrating that we have shot a rabbit, and he has run off, and now we need to take our terrier and put him on the track, and we are going to send him with the command, "Apport, Felix." And now he's going to put his nose on the ground, he's going to track, and he's going to find the dead rabbit, and then he is going to return to us. And when Felix comes back, you can see that he's in warp speed. He's looking, he's found it, he is looking over the rabbit, and he is going to now pick it up in the middle, and he's automatically going to return. And here comes Felix. He's a fine fellow. He's a good boy. Come on, Felix. Hurry up, Felix. Come on, Felix. Good boy, Felix. Final Hunda, Felix. Oh, Felix is a good boy. You can see that he's carrying it the way that he's supposed to be. As he approaches, he slows down because he knows that he must come up. Now he is going to automatically sit down, and he's going to wait until I ask him for the game. A mistake that many hunters make, they want to jerk the game out of the dog's mouth. You know, that's disrespectful to him after the fine job that he's just done. You can see Felix is a fine fellow. He's proud. He's happy of the performance that he's just performed for you. And it is now time to take Felix on heel back to the ATV. And now he's going to load back into his own dog box. And now we are going to move to the third category. Third category is that we're going to take Felix pheasant hunting. We've taken him to a grain field. And as you know, many times when you're pheasant hunting and you've shot the pheasant and he falls down in the heavy cover, that you don't know where he's at. So now it's time for Felix, the little terrier, to show you his pheasant retrieving skills. The bird has been shot. It's fallen in the grain field. We've sent Felix on a retrieve, and as usual, that Felix is 100% dependable. He's found the downed pheasant. He picks him up. He brings him back and sits upon command and hands me the pheasant. Good boy, Felix. I knew you would do what you're supposed to do. You're a fine fellow, Felix. You're fine, Hunda, Felix. Good boy, Felix. Now it's time to leave the pheasant field, and we're going to go to do the water work. We do a lot of waterfowling in Oklahoma, and it is often that we're in open fields, and we're also in grain fields. In this particular instance, that we've shot a duck, and he has fallen in the field, and he's tried to escape. It's really important for a sportsman to be game conservation oriented. We don't want to just leave a wounded or a crippled game bird in the field. It's our duty and it's our responsibility to try to recover that. So here we have sent Felix on the track to find and recover the wounded and or the dead waterfowl. You've seen Felix cover the ground. He's found the track. He's found the duck, and here comes Felix. Come on, Felix, you're a little slow right now, Felix. Hurry, Felix, come on, Felix. Don't drop it. Come on, Felix. Come on, Felix. Good boy, Felix. Find a hoon. Good grab, Felix. All right, Felix, sit just like he's supposed to. He's made the recovery. He's came back as fast as he could. He sat down, and now he won't release it until I ask him. Aus, Felix, let me have it. Okay, here we have our game conservation terrier, and now it's time to move to the water work. And now we're going to move to the duck blind. We'll set our stool down, and water work with a terrier is no different than using a Labrador. We've shot the duck, he's hit in the water, and this is a blind retrieve. And water entry where he jumps and water splashes everywhere. Now he knows, because he's been sent, that there's a duck. And it's as blind retrieve as any Labrador or Draughtar would do. And Felix is going to search the water until he finds the duck, and he's going to pick him up and retrieve him back. Felix receives no help from me. I don't give him whistle commands. I don't give him hand signals. I don't give him anything. It's his job to use his nose and his performance skills and his training to locate the dead or the crippled duck, game conservation wise again, and retrieve it properly, bring it back, never drop it, never chew on it, and then find his way back to the duck blind. And here comes Felix. Look at the big duck and the little terrier. Big dogs, eat your heart out, because there's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Felix, and he does everything that any versatile hunting dog can do. Good boy, Felix. Good job, Felix. Okay, from water work to blood tracking. Here's the deer that's been shot. You can see the blood on the ground, and you can see the deer track. Now it's time to bring Felix up slowly on a 20-foot lead. You can't rush him. You can't go too fast. He's got to figure it out. This is an old track, probably more than 14 hours. So he's going to take his time. This is sand. It's sandy, and it's difficult, and the wind is blowing. Give him time. Watch Felix work. Every time that he finds the deer track or the scent, he's going to stop and make sure that he's going in the right direction. Now we're getting to the edge of the forest. Felix is going to take his time. This is rough country. He's going to follow the buck through the brush. He's going to take his time. Now you can see him winding. There is a difference between tracking and winding. You can see his head is up. He's no longer tracking. He's testing the wind. He smells the buck. Now his nose is going to take him directly to the buck that's down. Good boy, Felix. Now he finds the buck. You see his tail? His tail communicates and tells you a lot. Okay, Felix the Jagdterrier. He's found his buck. He's going to examine him from the rear to where his antlers are at. It belongs to him. It's his deer. He figured it out. He found him for you. And so as we close, we have Felix, Superman Felix, where he's laying by the deer that he recovered. Felix is a direct import from Germany, as we do the majority of the dogs that we bring to from Kurvenshof Kennel. Felix was trained in Germany, he was tested in Germany, and then sent to me by a friend in Germany. We have enjoyed our Jagdterriers. As you can see, they do everything from obedience to upland game to waterfowl and blood tracking. If you'd like to try a Felix puppy, please contact us. I think you'd be glad that you did. So have a good day, happy hunting, and maybe we'll see you in the field sometime with Felix.